Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Rasan427. And actually, today, what I'm actually going to be doing is a WrestleMania 40 predictions video. And this is actually a prediction video on WrestleMania 40. It was taking place April 6th and 7th inside of my hometown of Philadelphia. I actually will be here. I live in Philadelphia, so I'm already here. This will be fantastic because I actually never got a chance to actually see a WrestleMania actually in person. So, I mean, like, this is just like last on my bucket list. I actually went to go see SummerSlam last year and Royal Rumble this year, so I get some big three pay-per-views. I know I still got Survivor Series as big four, but I don't really consider that. And I'll go with Survivor Series one of these days. That's not really something I need to actually go to. But yeah, I'm just super, super excited for WrestleMania. Can't wait to actually be at WrestleMania. But let's get right into the predictions. And let's get right to predictions of WrestleMania. And the first match I actually wanted to talk about is actually, let's get into Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. Now, I was on Twitter, and some people were actually complaining about this match. Now, maybe that's just Twitter, because I know it's so much stupid stuff said on Twitter. This is actually the newest match actually announced. Now, we knew we were going to get Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. And then a lot of people thought we were going to get a rematch of Rey Mysterio and Dominic, but once they started playing the seeds for Santos, it made sense. Now, it kind of makes more sense for Rey to face Santos one-on-one, but then I kind of get what they're actually doing with this, and Dragon Lee get a spot, and I don't see them leaving Dominic Mysterio off the card, so it just all the way makes sense. Now, who actually wins this match? I would say Rey and Dragon, just because Rey won last year, for him to be the son back-to-back years, I know it's a tag team match, but I'm going to go with Santos and Dominic actually picking up the victory inside this match. I can definitely see this being a rematch at actually Backlash, or us actually getting Rey and Santos one-on-one actually at Backlash. But I'm going to go with Dominic and Santos Escobar just because Dominic lost last year. And I don't see them do... I mean, they definitely could do back-to-back years. But everybody picked Dominic to win last year because they thought he was putting them over against his retirement match. But that obviously wasn't. But I'm going to go with Santos and Dominic. I feel like Santos is a star in this. I'm really more into him than Dragon Lee, to be honest. That's just me personally. I'm more into them. But I got Santos and Dominic actually winning that match. And let's get into the 6-woman tag team match. You got Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair versus the Kabuki Warriors and, well, basically Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Io, and Kairi Sane. This definitely, Bianca seems winning. I mean, Jade Cargill's first match. This is perfect for her. She doesn't need to be exposed. A lot of people don't one-on-one match. I mean, they could have did a one-on-one match with Nia Jax 5 minutes. You do not do Bianca and Jade this year. I know a lot of people want that, but you do not do that. That has to be a 20-minute, maybe WrestleMania main event right there. Or just a huge match on a WrestleMania card. You don't do that as our first match. If they want to do a Nia Jax squash match, 5 minutes, I'll be fine with that. But this is the perfect placement for her, and I do not see her losing her debut match. I heard somebody say she's going to lose. I do not see her team losing at all. And the titles are not on the line, which I thought they were going to do a title match. I thought they were going to do Jade versus Nia Jax, and then do a title match with Naomi and Bianca. Then Bianca get a title win. Bianca will still be undefeated at WrestleMania. I'm going to go with Bianca, Naomi, and Jade to actually pick up the victory inside this match. And actually, the next match I just want to talk about is the ladder match. Let's get into this ladder match. Now, you actually got the New Day, Awesome Truth, Derry and Grayson Waller, DIY. What do you call Pete Dunne and the other dude? I actually forgot the dude's name. But what do they call him? Trunks? They call him something. I don't even. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne versus Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. I'm actually going to go Austin Truth inside this match. That's just me personally. I think that'll be a great feel-good moment. The Miz hasn't got anything. I mean, since Triple Briggs took over, I mean, he's just absolutely a jobber. He's lost all of his matches. I can't remember the last match he actually won. I know he won a few matches here and there, but I can't remember the match he actually won. And I definitely see him taking titles with Damian Priest because I see Damian Priest cashing in on night 2. I definitely see Damian Priest cashing in, so I definitely see him dropping the tag team championships to Awesome Truth. I don't think Awesome Truth's going to hold it. I wouldn't be surprised if Awesome Truth won at that Mania and then lost to the next night on Raw. But inside this ladder match, I mean, you got 12 men. I think it's going to be a fantastic match. It's definitely going to kick off one of the nights. I'm assuming probably night 1. It could be night 2, but I'm assuming night 1 because Damian Priest can drop the titles and then he can come back night 2 and cash in. So I'm assuming this is going to kick off night 1. This is probably going to be a fantastic match. I mean, all these ladder matches are usually great kicking off the night. And actually, getting into the next match, let's actually get into. Next up, you actually have Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso. Now, in this match, I think this is an obvious winner. I think Jey Uso, he's the one who's most popular. He's the one who's going to become the world champion one day. Jimmy Uso, he just does nothing for me. I know he's like a comedic relief, but it's not working for me overall SmackDown. Jey Uso, he has the charisma, he has the entrance, he has everything to him. He has the attire, he's selling merchandise, he has everything to him to become a superstar in WWE. I just don't see the same thing for Jimmy. Just to me personally, I just don't personally see it. But this is my personal opinion about it. I think Jey Uso is definitely winning this match. Would I be surprised if Jimmy won? No, just because they usually sometimes, if someone's way more popular, they try to have the other guy win so they can sway the fans to think that this guy is better. They could do that, but I'm going to go with Jey Uso to win. I definitely see some of Rikishi. I definitely see more play into this. And I heard somebody say this might take place on night one, simply because they might be involved on night two with the tribal rules, which I definitely see this taking place on night one. Can't wait for that match. Next match I'm going to talk about is Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, and Randy Orton. Now, nobody predicted this match to happen. Everybody said it would be Logan Paul, LA Knight. Then they said Logan Paul, Kevin Owens. Then they said Randy Orton going to do. Now, it actually makes perfect sense just because there was really nothing for Randy Orton to do. Face Solo Sikoa, I mean, kind of with it, because Solo Sikoa he's not getting a match at Mania. I mean, at this point, which is interesting, because it's like, they're pushing him so hard and so much, but then it's like, he can't even get a spot on WrestleMania. So that's just very, very interesting to me. Last year and this year, he didn't get a spot on Mania, but we beat Cena, he beat all these world champions, but talk about Solo Sikoa. This triple threat match, I think this would be absolutely fantastic one right here. I'm actually going to go with Logan Paul retaining his championship inside this match. I think he retains the championship. There's really no reason to take it off of him. I mean, I can see Kevin Owens doing something with the title. Randy Orton, he could do something with the championship. But I'm going to go with Logan Paul actually retaining his championship inside this match. I think he really hasn't taken off with it. I'm going to go with him actually retaining. But I'd be surprised if either one of these guys win. I think Kevin Owens is more likely to win. But I'm going to go with Logan Paul actually picking up the victory inside this match. I think he retains it and carry, because this would be a great with him carrying in the United States Championship into Cleveland and his hometown. So they really center all that around him. Next match I want to talk about is Io Sky versus Bayley. This is the match that a lot of people want to be the main event of night one. Now, if the tag team match wasn't taking place, well, then you had if Punk was injured, tag team match wasn't taking place. I can see why people say that, but then you got to think about this. Rhea and Becky is bigger than them, and it's a bigger match than this. So this main event, I just never got the point of people actually saying that. I know people love Bayley. I wouldn't say for the wrong reasons, but they don't love her for in-ring work, is what I'll say. Bayley is obviously winning this match. I think it's going to be a pretty good match. Am I excited for her? I mean, yeah. I was excited for pretty much every match on the card, but this is definitely on my lower tier of excitement. Get into the next match I actually want to get into is LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Now, I actually made a video, which some people commented stuff on it, saying that I was wrong about it. Should LA Knight be doing something bigger? And I actually was listening to Jim Cornette, and he was like, it's crazy how LA Knight has fell down. Now, I don't think that, because, you know, AJ is not what he actually used to be, because AJ is one of my favorites of all time. So it's like him facing AJ Styles, but then they've actually been setting this up for months, so you can't really say that. But I just feel like LA Knight should have been inside a championship match. I mean, I would put him in a world championship match, but you make doing two great things. But I mean, is this enough for LA Knight? I mean, from one of the comments in my video, I guess it is enough. Since people was mad that I actually said that. I guess maybe he was an AJ fan. That I feel like LA Knight should have been doing more at Mania. But this is what he's doing. LA Knight's definitely picking up the victory. I don't see LA Knight losing. Will they actually push him right? I mean, you could argue. I mean, from the person sending my comment, you could argue that he has been pushed right. He had the match Roman Reigns. He had the Fatal 4 match in the Royal Rumble. So, but I feel like I just feel like it should be bigger. That's just me personally. He'll pick up the win in his first WrestleMania match. Now get to this match. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Now, there was some controversy with this because a lot of people thought Chad Gable should have won. Which, if Gunther's retaining, then it doesn't matter who he's facing. I know people want their favorites to get a spot on the card, but it's like, if he's going to take an L. Now, if Sami Zayn's winning, the fans put Gunther, Sami Zayn take the title off Gunther, which I don't think is the case. I actually have Gunther actually retaining. Now, with Logan Paul and Gunther, I do think Gunther is more likely to retain, but I just don't see a reason to take the title off Gunther yet. I know a lot of people think he needs to relinquish the championship. I don't think that's... No, don't do that. Because you're doing what you did with Roman when you're putting the eggs in one basket into one guy. He can elevate a guy. I just don't feel like it's time right now, especially with the build. I just don't see them taking the title off him yet. I do think by SummerSlam, by Bash in Berlin, now, I mean, he might hold the title all the way to that, but I think by SummerSlam, he won't have the championship. That's just my personal opinion. I might be actually wrong about that, but I'm going to go with Gunther actually retaining his championship inside this match. And then, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. Now, there's a controversy with this as well. A lot of people thought Liv Morgan, which I don't know why anybody thought Liv Morgan was going to win the Royal Rumble and was going to challenge for a title and go get a main event match at Mania. She's not even on the card. She's not one of the top ones. Now, a lot of people think that Rhea Ripley should actually win. Now, I can see why people say that and her hold the title for a whole nother year, but I'm actually going to go with Becky Lynch actually picking up this victory inside this match. And I could definitely see this going either way, but I'm going to go with Becky Lynch actually winning the title and her holding the championship and her actually having it for a while. She'll probably hold it until next year's Mania as well, because Rhea Ripley has held it from Mania to Mania. But I'm going to go with Becky Lynch winning this, because she hasn't had the title in a long time. I want to say 2022 was the last time she held Women's Championship. I know the Tag Team Championship. Who cares about that? But they didn't. You see, the Tag Team title is not even being defended on this card. But with this, I can see Rhea Ripley winning. I can see her winning. Because if Rhea Ripley wins, she's probably holding that title till next year's Mania. I don't see her dropping it. But with this, I'm going to go with Becky Lynch actually picking up the victory. I think Becky Lynch is actually winning this match and walking out with the Women's Championship. And actually, next up, what I actually want to get into is the tag team match between Roman Reigns and The Rock, and then Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Now, in this match, what's actually going to happen, I'm going to go with Roman Reigns and The Rock actually winning this match and picking up the victory. And I think it's going to be tribal combat, Bloodline Rules. That's what it's actually called. Bloodline Rules. And I actually get into more of that once I actually get into the actual main event of night 2, what I think will actually happen. But I think they're winning this match. I could definitely see Cody and Seth winning, but I'm going to go with Rock and Roman, especially just because I don't think they're going to do that. I think the only reason they didn't do Cody and Rock, because for the way the build is, it should be Cody and Rock night 1, and then the winner faces Roman night 2. But I don't think they want to give Cody back-to-back wins over Rock and Roman, which I don't really understand why they wouldn't want to do that. But then, you know, the politics and everything like that. And once you give Cody and Rock and Roman in back-to-back nights, he's like the biggest babyface. He becomes like the biggest star in the company, the absolute number one. And I don't think they want to give him all that. And I think that's the reason why we actually didn't get that and actually didn't get it like that, actually. But that's just my personal opinions with that tag team match in the main event of night 1. I know some people are mad that the woman didn't get the main event, but I mean, you really think The Rock is going to give up his night 2 main event, give up his world title match, and then give up his night 1 main event? Nah. It don't work like that. That's not happening. Get into the World Heavyweight Championship match. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. This can go a lot of different ways. I think Damian Priest is cashing in. Where does he cash in at? In the middle of the match, after the match? Now, Seth Rollins could win, he cash in. Drew McIntyre, which I think what's going to happen, Drew McIntyre is going to beat Seth Rollins. He's going to win the title in front of a crowd. And then Damian Priest is going to cash in on Drew McIntyre. I think CM Punk is going to laugh at him. And that's what's going to set up Drew McIntyre and CM Punk feud. Because if you think about it, somebody did bring up an interesting point. It was like, well, why would Damian Priest be the champion? Well, you got that much star power on Raw. You got Cody, Drew McIntyre, Seth, CM Punk, Sami Zayn, Gunther. All those guys are probably above Damian Priest. And with that much star power in WWE on the end on Monday Night Raw, why would you give it to Damian Priest? I understand that, but I don't think he's going to hold it for that long if he actually wins it at Mania. Because I definitely think Drew and CM Punk should be for the title. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm assuming that they're gonna do Drew and CM Punk, then do Seth and CM Punk, because Seth and CM Punk was supposed to be this match right here. That's what it was supposed to be, but we all know we didn't actually get that. But I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre winning this match, and then him actually switching it up and actually becoming the World Heavyweight Champion, and then Damian Priest actually cashing it. That is what I'm gonna pick with actually this match with the World Heavyweight Championship. I think that would be a great match. I know we got it a few different times. Somebody said it's just a card full of rematches. I mean, you can say that about any show or anything like that, but that's just my personal opinion. And get into the main event, the last match, main event. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. There's only one outcome. And I might make a whole separate video on Cody Rhodes why he has to win. Just to me personally, if you lose back-to-back Manias, I just can't take you seriously anymore. And I know it's the MSG, but that was before. That's when The Rock took over. A lot of people were saying that with that whole weekend of we want Cody and everything like that. But I think at this point, especially what happened on Monday Night Raw with him bleeding, you don't do something like that and then have a guy still lose. That's when you get into the Booker T stuff and all the controversy, like surrounding stuff like that, where it's like, usually when you humiliate your babyface and when you put down your babyface, he has to win because that's the next step of it. Just simply because, like, you had him go through all this adversity to come out with the win. Now, Cody Rhodes, he needs to win night 2, Combat Rules. I think Cena and Stone Cold are going to be there at this point. At first, when people were talking about they foreshadowed, I was like, I don't think they're doing that. But after thinking about it, after seeing different things, I'm like, they are kind of doing that. Because I can see Jimmy and Jay getting involved. Solo is definitely going to get involved inside this match. Rock is going to get involved because they're going to be Bloodline Rules. Next sets up. No holds barred, no disqualification. Cody can bring anybody he wants. Stone Cold, John Cena, anybody. Anybody he wants at all. But I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes, picking up the victory. He has to win. At this point, it's now or never. You have to pull the trigger on it. A lot of people are saying, what does he do after he wins the title? That's what you have a creative team for. To pick up creative ways to how to keep your babyface interested. That's the whole point of that. But I don't think people get that concept. But that was my predictions for WrestleMania 40. Tell me your predictions in the comment section below. Yeah, it's probably right my longest predictions video ever. I mean, I had to go into detail with all these matches. And we're probably still going to get matches added. A few more matches. I know we got 2 more matches, so I believe we got 2 more added. What most matches will be, I have no clue. I think Street Profits and Bobby Lashley versus Karrion Kross. But is that really a Mania match? I don't even know if that'll even happen on the card. But I know we got 2 more matches added. We're supposed to get 2 more because we're supposed to get 4 more in total. And we actually got 2 more. So we should get 2 more after that. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks a lot.